Welcome Ramley, how are my Rams super fans doing today? Today we are recapping the Rams versus the Detroit Lions. Now the Rams won 28-19, and let's get right into it and talk about the offensive possessions. Now the Rams only had 7 possessions, not including the 2 at the end of both halves. We scored on 5 of those 7 possessions, 3 touchdowns and 2 field goals. The Lions did an amazing job keeping the ball away from the Rams and limiting their amount of possessions. Now let's talk about our quarterback. Now Stafford had another great outing, finishing the game with 68% completion rate, going 28 for 41, 334 yards, 3 touchdowns, no turnovers, and a passer rating of 117.3. I thought he did a great job spreading the ball around and getting everyone involved. All in all, this was another great outing from our quarterback. Now let's talk wide receivers. Cooper Kupp had another amazing day, reeling in 10 catches for 156 yards and 2 touchdowns. Woods brought in all of his 7 targets for 70 yards. Higbee had 5 receptions and Jefferson had 4, both going over 40 yards on the day. Our receivers did their thing, no complaints here. And Kupp is quietly creeping up on one of the all-time greatest seasons for a wide receiver. Now let's talk running backs. Our running game was non-existent. Henderson finished with 43 yards on 3 yards per carry, and his longest run being only 10 yards. He's failed to go over 100 yards yet this season still, and his total yardage and average yards per carry has decreased each of the last 4 games. This is unfortunately starting to become a problem. Now let's talk the offensive line. The offensive line gave up 1 sack and 1 quarterback hit, and little to no pressure on Stafford all game. I know I sound like a broken record here, but once again, the unit played great. And really quick, guys, before we get into our defense, if you guys could just like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel so you never miss an upload, and go ahead and follow me on Instagram and Twitter, I'd really appreciate that. Now let's get right back into defense and talk about the defensive possessions. Now the Lions had 9 possessions, scoring on 5 of them. They only scored 1 touchdown and 4 field goals. And that 1 touchdown, I don't want to call it fluky, but I'm gonna call it fluky. You know, a little fluky dump off pass. Our defense dialed up a blitz, and luckily the Lions picked the one play that was going to kill us on that play, which was a screen pass, and that's exactly what happened. They scored 1 touchdown, but Now let's talk the front 7. Now the Rams finished with 4 quarterback hits, 2 sacks, and seemed to get decent pressure all game. We did give up 137 yards rushing, but CJ Moore had 1 big run for 28 yards on that fake punt on a 4th and 8. And that's not on our defense, that's on our special teams. That's only 109 yards rushing, and the Lions got 2 more possessions than the Rams, partly due to a surprise onside kick. And they also extended 2 drives due to fake punts, and you beat the Rams in time of possession by 5 whole minutes. Giving up 109 rushing yards isn't so bad. Now let's talk the Rams secondary. Now they played pretty good. Goff finished with 268 yards, only 7.4 yards per attempt. He did have 1 touchdown, but he also had 2 interceptions and a 70.1 passer rating. Now Goff kind of made his living dumping off to the running back DeAndre Swift all game. DeAndre Swift had 10 targets, 8 catches for 96 yards, which seems like a lot. But Swift had that 1 catch that I said earlier was pretty lucky. Not the actual catch, but the fact that we dialed up the blitz and the Lions got lucky enough calling the 1 play that could beat us. Swift had that 1 catch that went for 63 yards on the opening drive. So after that, Swift had 7 catches for just 33 yards. Not bad at all. KhaDarel Hodge and Khalif Raymond were the only other wide receivers to catch a ball for the Lions in this game. Hodge finished with 3 yards, while Raymond had a good game, finishing with 115. Now let's talk special teams. Round of applause once again for Matt Gay, hitting all his kicks, making a 33-yard and a 47-yard field goal, also making all of his 3 PATs. Now let's talk about our concerns. Now guys, the special teams is a concern of mine. The Rams still don't have a consistent punt or kick returner. We seen Tutu fail at that. Kupp had a few tries. Now we got Ben Skwarnik giving it a try. And no one has had success at all through 7 games. Also, in the Lions game, you first get caught up on a surprise onside kick, then a fake punt. Surely, guys, after that, you would be ready. We're not gonna let any other trickery get to us. Nope, here's a second fake punt. Like, what the hell is going on? I really miss the days of John Fossil. I don't know. Our special teams has to get it together one of these days. Hopefully. Another concern I have, guys, is Darrell Henderson. He finished with 45 yards rushing on 3 yards per carry. He's failed to go over 100 yards yet this season, and his rushing total has consistently decreased over the last 4 games. I don't know if this is 100% Henderson's fault, but it's hard for me to believe that this offensive line that has been absolutely amazing in protecting Stafford is that bad at run blocking. The best offenses are not one-dimensional, and if this trend continues, the Rams offense will be one-dimensional. It's definitely something to keep an eye on. Now guys, you know I love to end these videos on a positive note. The Rams got the W, and Stafford looked great. I see a lot of people been leaving him off of their MVP candidates list, and that is a mistake. Let me just run through a few stats. Stafford is 3rd in the league in passing yards, 2nd in passing yards per attempt amongst active starting quarterbacks, 2nd in touchdowns, and amongst active quarterbacks, he's 2nd in passer rating behind Kyler Murray by 0.1%. That is the one positive I took from this game. Stafford continues to play at an MVP level. Also, the Lions put forth a great effort in this game. Honestly, I think the 2020 Rams probably lose this one. So this proves to me that we are much improved from last year, and we will not let a bad team beat us no matter how good they play or how many tricks they have up their sleeve. And before we get into the player of the game, guys, please like this video, subscribe, and click that bell notification button so you always get alerted anytime I upload new content. And if you like what you see here, you will love what you will see on Twitter and Instagram. Follow me there, guys. You will not regret it. Now let's give away that Rams Superfan game ball. Now this week, the game ball goes to none other than Mr. Birthday Boy himself. Cornerback Jalen Ramsey, who finished with 6 tackles, a beautiful tackle for a loss, a pass defended, and had a great interception in the clutch to seal the W. That play was just amazing. You had Aaron Donald rushing the quarterback, hitting Jared Goff right in the chest, Jared Goff feeling the pressure, throwing the ball a little early, and Jalen Ramsey doing an amazing job stepping right in front of the pass and grabbing that interception. That was an amazing sight to see. You pay those 2 players big bucks for times like that. Now let's get into the NFC update. Now the Rams and Cardinals have set themselves ahead of the Seahawks and the Niners now. With both Seahawks and the 49ers losing again, they are now 2-4 and 2-5. The Cardinals are still undefeated at 7-0 after beating the Texans, and the Rams are in 2nd place at 6-1. Luckily, the Rams play the Texans this week. Be on the lookout for that preview video. And the Cardinals play the Packers, so maybe we can finally start creeping up on Arizona. We'll see. Guys, thank you for watching. Be on the lookout for the Rams versus Texans video coming soon. And if you are interested in more Rams content, don't forget to click this video right here.